Hey, it's Dan. Welcome back. You're watching iAllegedly, and I have an amazing one for you today. I always tell you it's good, but this one's amazing for what I've come up with today. First things first, we've got a $1 million fund that any business can apply to get access to get capital and save their business. We've got a way of showing you how to set up your own grant program. I'm going to give you some examples and show you how to do that. And also, I'm going to show you 3 grants in cities and states that you guys requested. So before we get into all that, please do me a favor, like this video. Please hit the subscribe button, the bell notification so you get notified of everything we're working on. And let's get into it. Dave Portnoy, the CEO, El Presidente himself of Barstool Sports, this man right here, is a genius. This man, I love this guy because he is a self-made multi-millionaire who started his company with a loan from his family, built his business up, and is absolutely, his own leader, his own man. He's just a great guy, a great businessman. But he has set up and put up $500,000 of his own money to set up a small business fund. He has been tired of seeing the stimulus and everything get dragged around and all these businesses being shut down by no fault of their own and being victimized by what's happened with the pandemic. So he put up 500 grand of his own money. Amazing. Now, since he announced this fund that he's going to let everybody apply for, you write a letter to this fund. You tell him your story. Be passionate. You're going to see a little video and I'm going to show you an example of a letter somebody wrote to this guy, but you need to write this guy and tell him, what you'd use this money, how it's going to save your business. And right now, it started with $500,000. As of right now, there's over $1.7 million available for people. They sold t-shirts. They sold, they had put 500 grand of Dave's money in. They've also had donations of like $500,000 as well. I mean, this is incredible that these people have put up all this money. So if you're hurting, if you think that this money could help save your business and you have a plan, if you're not a good writer, have somebody write. You know your story. If I set you down and we were having a beer, you would explain what is going on in your company and what the problem is and what you need to get through the next few months, okay? That's what you need to put down on this because they're accepting these applications and they're writing checks for this. So let's get into it right now. Let me show you this. So as I was saying, Dave Portnoy of Barstool Sports has developed a fund to save businesses. What started out with his own $500,000 has grown to where there's $1.7 million in the fund as of right now. This is insane. So if your business is hurting, you can get part of this money. You've got to write a letter, tell your story to Barstool Fund at barstoolsports.com and tell the story. What do you need this money for? How are you going to save your business? What's this money going to be used for and moving forward in 2021? They're cutting checks for this. But this is absolutely the American dream, by this great businessman. This guy loves America. He is really out there trying to support everybody. And he came up with this brilliant idea and it's totally taken off. Check this out. The original bar that he helped, the Village Trestle in New Hampshire, they wrote this letter to him. And right now, they've sold t-shirts. They're having people donate to the fund. This is really cool. But if you guys want to be part of this, write them and get yourself some of this money. Think about it. Would $10,000 save your company? Would $25,000? Okay, like he says in this thing, $50,000 may save a business. Here's a story that the Village Trestle wrote him. Okay, they're not asking to pay your losses. They're literally asking for just enough money to survive through the end of the year. This is great. But write something good. Be passionate. Tell your story. Why are you different? Why should your business be saved? Come on, you can do this. There's over $1.5 million right now. Good luck to you guys. Dave is an amazing individual. You're going to recognize this guy. He does the one bite pizza challenge. He's a no-nonsense businessman. He engraves on champagne bottles, the names of his enemies and people that do him wrong. And when they fail, he celebrates and drinks them. And he's just a passionate man about this country. He's passionate about business. He's passionate that small businesses have been destroyed during this time by no fault of their own. And he is putting his money where his mouth is. And to put up $500,000 of his own money is absolutely crazy. So God love this guy, and you can take advantage of it. And again, if you're not a good writer, but you've got a good story, get somebody that knows your story that can sit down and put this in an email and get this sent off. Okay, the email will be included in the description of the video, but this money's there and these people are writing checks. So good luck. Now, let's talk about creating your own grant fund for yourself. The thing that I get asked for a lot is, Dan, are there grants for individuals? Are there grants for businesses? I have a business in Mississippi. I have a business in Arkansas. There's no more money in Mississippi right now. There's no money in Arkansas right now. Can't find anything in South Carolina right now. So I'm going to recommend that you create your own grant fund. Let me give you 2 examples. I have a friend that was very ill, and 2 years ago, she went out and created a GoFundMe for herself. And because she couldn't work and she was fighting this illness and had no choice but to go out and create a GoFundMe. Set it up fairly quickly, and within a short period of time had raised over $10,000 for herself and for her medical bills. Amazing. Now, this week I have a friend of mine who is at the bottom. Let's just put it that way. I'm going to call my friend Dino. Okay, Dino's not having a good time right now. Business is basically shut down. Had to move out from his girlfriend's place, had to get his own place, really hurting, and was really at the end, okay, and really needed help. This guy looked for everything I recommended for him, all the different opportunities, everything locally. He's here in Southern California. Dino went out and set up a GoFundMe, and inside of 15 minutes, set up the GoFundMe for him to raise money. Now, no big deal, but this guy went out and did this, and within a few hours had raised $4,000. Okay? Within one day, he raised over $5,000. Now, I don't know about you guys, but, how are things? Would $5,000 help? Would $5,000 make a difference between now and the end of the year? Would $5,000 make a difference for Christmas? Now, I talked to Dino and had him explain to me, how did you do this? And he sent it out on Facebook, sent it out via Twitter, all his social media account, Instagram, and I guarantee you have more connections than this guy does. A lot of you do. So think of this. Do you know people that may or may not know your situation, that may or may not know that your business is failing? Set up one of these GoFundMe accounts. I found other programs that are out there. Some are cheaper, some are different, things that were recommended by other friends. But this is an opportunity to go out and raise some serious money. And this guy has raised $5,000 in a day. He's over $6,000 right now with this thing. So, if that would make a difference for you, check this out. Now, there's a tremendous amount of these platforms, and up first is one that I've heard a lot about called Spot Fund. They have a 0% platform fee. They've raised a lot of money. You can take a look and peruse all the different programs. Some of these have raised tens of thousands of dollars, and they're very simple to set up. Tell your story, you share the link, and the funds come in. That simple. Look, businesses, individuals, easy to start. Set your goal, send emails, manage the donations. I mean, this is really simple, guys. I know people that have had a tremendous amount of success with this. I've had friends. Look at all these companies. You've heard of all these companies that have been part of this. So none of these are affiliates. I make no money on these. Look at the one you think is best and use that. Now, up next is one called SnapRaise. SnapRaise has been effective for clubs, organizations, teams, whatever. Now, people raise money for different reasons. Whether they're sick, maybe they're down and out, the business is closed, whatever, okay? But these are programs and these are things to look at. What's going to work best for you? Now, finally, the final one that I have had friends and people I know, GoFundMe, have had a tremendous amount of success with this. And there is no shame in doing this. I know someone that was sick, that raised over $10,000 in a few days. I have my friend that I just told you about who raised, he's approaching $6,000 right now. He's raised with this. In the first 24 hours, he raised over $5,000. It's a lot of money. Would that make your Christmas? Would that pay your bills? Would that pay your rent? Cell phone bill? That get the wolves away from the door? $5,000? Well, it did with this guy. And he said, Dano, it took me 15 minutes to set this thing up. So, look at this. Very simple, easy application. Sign up. Do what you got to do. But this is something that you can share. Everybody's got social media. You've got ways to connect with all these people. Share it. There's no shame in doing this. Here's how it works. Start your campaign. Tell your story. Send the email. Send text messages. Share it with your friends. I like GoFundMe because everybody's heard of it. You don't have to convince people, what's this place? What's that place? Everybody's heard of GoFundMe. And if you're sharing this, odds are you're going to get some money. And is your business closed? Are you hurting personally? Is someone sick? Did you lose your job? Do people know about this stuff? Well, share it with them. There's businesses that are getting fined. There's places that are closed right now. Use this to get some money to get the help you need. Good luck. Now, to end this, I've got 3 more grants in states and cities that you guys asked for. Let's get into those real quick. Show you those. Now, up next is Saratoga Springs. They've got a $10,000 grant program that you can get for your business. Again, job retention. If you've got, they'll issue $5,000 to $10,000. Payroll, expenses. Applicants must employ 50 or fewer employees. You must have been affected by the pandemic, which I always love that. Hey, were you affected by this? Who hasn't been? That's how you get a hold of them, guys. Good luck. Now, a couple more grants for places that people have asked quite a bit for. Green Bay, Wisconsin. They've got an amazing grant program. You can get up to $25,000. If you have a business that has up to 10 employees, you can get $5,000. Great program. The best thing about this program is it's a working capital grant. You can use it for bills. You can use it for expenses, advertising, whatever you need to run your business. And they're going to cut the checks right away. So fill out the application, send it in. Good luck. If you know of anybody that's in the Green Bay, Wisconsin area, people keep asking for Green Bay, Wisconsin. Reach out to Wendy Townsend. She's dealing with the applications for the city. I checked out the application. Fairly simple. Look at this thing. Boom. It's just an absolute straightforward. Look at this. Hello. It's all, seriously, you don't even need to look things up. You probably know all this off the top of your head. Crazy. Okay? Get between $5,000 and $25,000 from the city of Green Bay. If you or anybody you know is in that area, share it with them. Good luck to you guys. They're giving this money out. Now, up next is the state of Colorado. The state of Colorado's got a few programs that are absolutely amazing. They've got business funding for businesses and for artists. Unbelievable. Okay, you can get grants. You can get an artist fund that they've got, $2,500 for artists too. Plus, this state has got rental assistance and eviction assistance. So if you or anybody you know is in the state of Colorado and they're hurting, have them take advantage of this. There's money for individuals. There's money for businesses, money for artists. This is the best type of deal that there is because they really want to help absolutely every type of business that's out there. So reach out if you or anybody you know is in Colorado. Well, that does it. A bunch of opportunities. Reach out to Barstool Sports right away. Write them. Send them, tell them your story, okay? They're giving out this money, and it looks like the fund's only going to get bigger. So $1.7 million is a lot of money that they're giving out to businesses just like yours, okay? You've got to ask for it and be passionate about your story, okay? Because that's what's going to get the most attention. Good luck to you guys. There will be more coming very soon. Please reach out. Please don't forget to like this video, hit the subscribe button, the bell notification, join our email list. and reach out with your questions on Facebook, and follow me on Instagram and all that fun stuff too. And I will see you all very soon. Good luck to everybody.